Most people believe that living to 100 is mostly about genetics. They think it's written in their DNA, something decided long before they ever took their first breath. They believe that no matter what they eat, no matter how they live, their lifespan is already fixed. But the truth is very different. I've spent more than 20 years working with patients in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s. And I can tell you this with complete confidence. The people who age the best, the ones who stay active, sharp, and independent well into their later years, are not the ones with perfect genetics. They are the ones who consistently fuel their bodies the right way. I've seen patients reverse early signs of heart disease. I've seen blood sugar stabilize without drastic medication changes. I've seen memory improve, energy return, and mobility come back, all starting with something incredibly simple: what they eat every single day. Today, I'm going to show you 9 powerful foods that, when eaten daily, can dramatically improve your chances of living longer, stronger, and healthier, possibly even to 100. And the last one is the one most people completely ignore, yet it may be the most important of all. Let me start with a patient I'll never forget. He was 67 when he came to see me. Low energy, borderline diabetes, constant fatigue. He thought it was just aging. "Doctor, this is normal at my age," he told me. But within months of changing just a few daily foods, his blood sugar dropped, his energy returned, and he told me something I still remember. "I feel like I got 10 years of my life back." That's the power of what we're about to talk about. So, let's begin. Leafy greens. Have you noticed that as you've gotten older, your energy doesn't last as long as it used to? Maybe you feel fine in the morning, but by afternoon, there's a noticeable dip. Most people think this is just aging. They believe the body naturally slows down, and there's nothing you can do about it. But what's actually happening is something deeper. Your cells are not getting the nutrients they need to produce energy efficiently, especially magnesium, folate, and antioxidants. Think of your body like a battery. When it's fully charged, everything runs smoothly. But if you're constantly running low, systems begin to slow down one by one. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and arugula are like a daily recharge for that battery. They supply essential nutrients that support blood flow, oxygen delivery, and cellular energy. Studies consistently show that people who eat leafy greens daily have better cognitive function and slower age-related decline. The simple habit is this: add 1 bowl of leafy greens to your daily routine. It could be in a salad, blended in a smoothie, or lightly cooked with your meals. It's simple, but incredibly powerful. Sign number 2. Berries. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there, or struggled to recall a name that used to come easily? Most people laugh it off and say, "It's just old age." But what is actually happening is inflammation and oxidative stress slowly damaging brain cells over time. Imagine your brain like a library. Over the years, some of the books become harder to find, and the system starts to slow down. Berries act like a librarian that keeps everything organized and protected. Blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries are packed with antioxidants that protect brain cells and improve communication between them. Research has shown that regular berry consumption is linked to slower cognitive aging and better memory. The daily habit is easy: a small bowl of berries every day. Fresh or frozen, both work. And if you've noticed small memory lapses, this is something you don't want to ignore. Now, this next one is where things start to get serious. Fatty fish. Have you ever felt stiffness in your joints when you wake up? Or noticed your movements aren't as smooth as they used to be? Most people think this is just wear and tear. They assume it's unavoidable. But what's really happening is chronic inflammation building up inside the body. Think of inflammation like rust in a machine. At first, it's barely noticeable, but over time, it starts affecting movement, function, and performance. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which act like oil in that rusty machine. They reduce inflammation, improve heart health, and support brain function. Studies show that people who consume omega-3s regularly have lower risk of heart disease and better joint mobility. The habit: eat fatty fish at least 3 to 4 times per week, and this is not optional if you want long-term health. Sign number 4. Nuts. Have you noticed sudden hunger cravings, especially for sugary snacks? Most people think they just need more willpower. But the truth is, their body is not getting stable energy. Imagine your blood sugar like a roller coaster. When it spikes, you feel energized, but when it crashes, you feel tired, hungry, and irritable. Nuts, especially almonds and walnuts, help stabilize this roller coaster. They provide healthy fats, protein, and fiber that keep blood sugar steady. Research shows that daily nut consumption is linked to lower risk of diabetes and heart disease. A simple habit: a small handful of nuts every day. And before we go further, I want to ask you something. Have you noticed any of these signs in your own life? If yes, type yes in the comments. It helps more people become aware of these silent changes. And if you're finding this useful, consider sharing it with someone who might need it. Now let's continue. Olive oil. Many people still fear fats. They believe eating fat leads directly to weight gain and heart problems. But this is one of the biggest misconceptions I've seen in my entire career. Not all fats are harmful. In fact, some are essential. Think of your arteries like pipes. Bad fats clog them, but healthy fats help keep them flexible and flowing. Olive oil, especially extra virgin, is rich in healthy unsaturated fats and antioxidants. It supports heart health, reduces inflammation, and improves cholesterol balance. Populations that use olive oil daily have some of the longest lifespans in the world. The habit: replace cooking oils and butter with olive oil. It's a small change with a massive long-term impact. Now, this next one is often underestimated. Beans and legumes. Have you noticed feeling full but still lacking energy? Most people think they just need to eat more, but the issue is not quantity, it's quality. Beans and legumes provide slow-digesting carbohydrates that release energy steadily throughout the day. Think of them like a slow-burning fuel, compared to sugar, which is like paper that burns quickly and disappears. They also support gut health, which plays a major role in immunity and overall health. Research consistently links legume consumption with longer lifespan in multiple populations. The habit: include beans, lentils, or chickpeas in your meals at least once a day. Now, this next one is where it becomes dangerous if ignored. Yogurt or fermented foods. Have you experienced bloating, digestion issues, or irregular bowel movements? Most people ignore these signs or rely on temporary fixes, but what's really happening is an imbalance in your gut bacteria. Think of your gut like a garden. If good bacteria are not present, harmful ones take over. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and pickles help restore that balance. A healthy gut supports digestion, immunity, and even mental health. Studies show a strong connection between gut health and overall longevity. The habit: include 1 serving of fermented food daily, and this is something many people overlook until it becomes a bigger problem. Number 8. Whole grains. Do you feel tired soon after eating? Most people blame age or poor sleep, but often it's due to refined carbohydrates causing blood sugar spikes. Whole grains like oats, brown rice, and quinoa provide steady energy. Think of them like a time-release capsule, slowly delivering fuel to your body. They support heart health, digestion, and stable energy levels. Research shows that people who consume whole grains regularly have lower risk of chronic diseases. The habit: replace white bread and refined grains with whole grain options. And now, the final sign. This is the one most people ignore. Water. It sounds too simple, too basic, and that's exactly why it's overlooked. Have you noticed fatigue, headaches, or even confusion? Many people don't realize these can be signs of dehydration. As we age, the sense of thirst decreases. So even when the body needs water, you may not feel it. Think of your body like a river system. When water levels drop, everything slows down: circulation, detoxification, brain function. Even mild dehydration can affect energy, memory, and physical performance. The habit: drink water consistently throughout the day, not just when you feel thirsty. And this is critical, because ignoring this one habit can silently affect every system in your body. Now, let me bring this all together. Over the years, I've seen patients who ignored these small daily habits. They waited until symptoms became serious, until the damage was harder to reverse. But I've also seen those who made simple changes early, who took control of their daily choices, and they aged differently. They stayed active, independent, mentally sharp. Tonight, I want you to do something simple. Look at your next meal. Ask yourself, does it include at least one of these foods? If not, start there. Not next week, not next month. Today. Because longevity is not built in big moments. It's built in small, consistent daily choices. And if you found this helpful, share it with someone you care about. It might give them years of life they didn't even realize they were losing. And if you want to continue learning how to protect your health as you age, make sure to subscribe. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live.